Hey you guys, welcome back to Moxie in Motion and Gold's Gym. Today we're going to be doing one of my very favorite exercises, deadlifts. This video is geared to those who maybe have never deadlifted before, or maybe those who've been deadlifting a long time but have never got really proper instruction on how to do them. I know there's lots of videos out there on deadlifting, but I'm going to teach you guys how to start at the beginning and build it up properly. So the first thing you're going to do is obviously find a barbell with some plates on it. If you're just starting out, you can find very light bumper plates that are only 10 pounds, but still the same size as conventional larger weight plates. You're gonna walk up to that bar so it's touching your shins, and then you're gonna place your hands on the bar right outside your legs and sit back. You should be able to sit back low, almost into the finished position of a squat. If you can't do this, you may need to work on your mobility a little bit more before trying to do deadlifts. Your spine should be, and your back should be, at about a 45-degree angle to the ground. From here, we're gonna go ahead and pull the weight and do our deadlift. The first thing you wanna do is take in a deep breath, and then you're gonna blow that out as you pull the weight up off the ground. The first movement is actually going to be for the knee joint to open up. The hip joint should remain at a relatively similar angle until the bar reaches or passes the knees. At this point, your glutes are going to fire up and thrust through, opening up that hip joint. The very finished top portion of the movement should leave you with a completely open hip, fired up glutes, and squeezing your shoulder blades together just slightly. If at the top you find you're still slightly hinged at the hips, you probably need to continue to work on your glute strength so you can finish off the lift properly. Then when you go to return the weight to the ground, let it kind of fall at a natural speed. Don't resist it too much. This is often when people hurt themselves when they try to control that descent back to the ground. When the weight returns to the ground, reset and do again. No matter how many reps I'm doing in a deadlift, I like to approach each rep as a single lift. Setting up properly, taking a deep breath in, blowing out as I come up, squeezing at the top, and then returning to the bottom. Tip: when you're first starting to deadlift, make sure you lift light and ingrain good form. It's gonna help you get stronger faster, and it's gonna help prevent injury. A lot of times people are eager to lift too heavy too fast, and then they stunt their own progress, and they get injured. All right, let's talk about sumo deadlifts. Sumo deadlifts are gonna be a little bit different. If you're looking to do powerlifting or competitive lifting, you're gonna choose to do either conventional or sumo deadlifting, largely based on your body proportions. If you have long limbs, long legs, and a short back, it's a little bit harder to reach around your legs like in a conventional deadlift. So the sumo is a great option. If you're a bodybuilder just lifting for fun or trying to address certain muscles, you might do both conventional and sumo deadlifts. Sumo deadlifts focus a little bit more on the legs, using the glutes even more, and taking the back out of the exercise a little bit because you travel in a more directly up and down position without so much hinging at the waist. To set up for a sumo, you're going to take a wider stance with your hands inside of your legs. How wide that stance is can kind of be up to you and where you're comfortable and where your mobility's at, but your knees should still travel over your toes and not waver in or out. I probably do a little bit narrower sumo than some people. From here, everything else applies the same. You're gonna grip that bar. It should be touching your shins. Take a deep breath in and blow out as you come up, traveling pretty straight up and straight down. Your hips are gonna hinge a little bit, but not as much as in a conventional deadlift. At the very top, squeeze those glutes together, open up those hips, pull those shoulder blades together, and then take the weight back down to the ground. Tip: oftentimes at the finish point of a deadlift, rather than squeezing their glutes, a lot of people overarch their low back and compress their spine. If you're having a lot of back pain doing your deadlift, double check that you're not doing this. At the very top, your spine should still be in a nice neutral position and your glutes fired up, not overarching that spine. Check it. There you have it, guys. Sumo and conventional deadlifts. I really encourage you guys to work these into your training routine because they're a great way to build muscle, burn calories, tighten up the body, and make your training just more fun and exciting, trying to rack up that strength in numbers. All right, you guys, see you next time.
Naked and almost famous.
That sounds strength in numbers. That didn't make sense, did it? Should I say that again?